Hey there, welcome to Neppy Invest. Today is a time to do an AVA group update, and simply because the share price has risen 29%. So to do this video is quite timely. Second video of the day. As I did my first video, I didn't realize that the share price of the AVA group had risen by quite a bit, and there is a reason behind that, and I'll get into that in a second. Now, over the past few weeks, I've been getting messages, emails from concerned shareholders of AVA Group because the share price has been going backwards. Now they've been asking me, should I sell? What's happening with the AVA Group share price? Why is it dropping? All those sort of questions. Now, I'm not really concerned about this drop in share price at all. We've seen the share price rise from 15 cents in July all the way up to about 80 cents in end of November. And whenever you get that sort of share price rise over a short period of time, you're always going to have some profit taking. And we've definitely seen that over the past few months. And that's why the share price has dropped back. But still, the share price is still in an uptrend, but it was potentially forming into a medium-term downtrend. But one thing we did notice with the volume was decreasing, which was telling us that there wasn't a lot of power to the selling. There wasn't a lot of selling up until we got to the last two trading days on the 12th and 13th of January. We did see a bit of a spike in the volume, and that could have been capitulations. This could have been those concerned shareholders who just couldn't handle it anymore. They keep seeing the share price drop of AVA Group, and to have a good night's sleep, they decided to sell out. And I'm hoping they didn't sell out, because today they would have got a rude shock when they looked at the AVA Group's share price and it risen almost 30% in one day. Nothing worse than selling out because the share price has been dropping of a company you actually do like, and then the next day you see it rise by 29%. It's never happened to me before. Hope it never happens, but no doubt it's a horrible thing. So I'm just hoping that all those people who sent me messages did not sell. Anyway, so what happened today? Now, usually when before the market opens, I go online, check all the announcements of the morning before the market opens, and then when the market opens, I do other stuff for the rest of the day. I don't really pay attention to what's happening in the market. On occasion, I'll just go to the CommSec website and look at this little bit of this page where it shows you the advances and decliners of the day of the all caps, small caps, medium caps, and large caps. So I just looked at the advances of all caps during today, and I was given, had a very good surprise because two of my companies were in the top 5 advances of the day. Stonehorse, which I'll talk about in another video, and AVA Risk Group. I was like, what? What's AVA doing there? Up 29%. Also saw there, that's a company I did own at one point and it sold out, so it's not always good news, but it's really good to have two of your companies there in the top 5 advances of the day. And when I saw AVA Risk Group, I went straight to the announcement page to have a look at what announcement they released, because whenever you see the share price rising 29%, something has happened. With Stonehorse, that announcement was yesterday, and for some reason the market took notice today. Anyway, so they released the announcement at 11:45 a.m. So that's when I was doing other stuff. Could have been doing my jigsaw puzzle. Who knows at that point in time? So I had a look at some of the numbers they gave us. So they gave us a revenue, EBITDA, and cash, and they're all really good numbers, especially when you look at the increase from the previous corresponding period. Revenues are greater than 35 million, EBITDA 12 million, and cash has increased to 13.4 million. So everything looks really good. So then I decided to put those into a nice looking graph in my spreadsheet. And this is all half yearly numbers going back to June 2018. And we've just seen a nice looking graph. The line there is the revenue, and the bars there are the EBITDA and cash. Everything's increasing, you can't complain. And when you look at the compound half yearly growth rate of revenue, it's increasing at 25% per half year, not annual, per half year. So that's really good. That's exactly what you want to see with a company that's growing quite strongly. So not all is good. So I decided to break down the announcement into quarters, because we have the Q1 numbers, and since they gave us the half-yearly numbers, we can just work out by simple mathematics what the Q2 numbers were for both divisions, services and technology division. Now, service division actually did quite well in this quarter. We did see revenue increase from 8.1 to 10.3 million, and EBITDA increase from 1.6 to 1.9 million. Unfortunately, that side of the business is a side of the business that I would prefer not do quite as well as technology, just because it's a lower margin business. The technology division is the side of the business I want to do really well, really gangbusters. And unfortunately, technology division did not do quite as well this quarter. In fact, revenue dropped from 8.9 to 7.7 million, and EBITDA dropped from 6.1 to 2.4 million. So unfortunately, the higher margin side of the business did not do quite as well, and that saw the EBITDA in the overall business drop from 7.7 to 4.3 million. Even though revenue actually did increase for the quarter, EBITDA did drop just because the higher margin side of the business did not do quite as well. Now, I'm still fairly bullish about that technology division. They have a lot of projects in the pipeline, so a lot of promising projects, a lot of room for growth in the future. So I'm very excited to see where the technology side of the business ends up in the future. The services, it just keeps on chugging along, and I think if that keeps on chugging along, produces a bit of cash flow, that's just going to help that technology side of the business. There's even been some rumors in the past that they're looking at selling the services division, and I'm not sure that's a good idea, but whatever management decide in the long term, I will be supportive of that. So that's all I've got on this update for AVA Group. Hope you've enjoyed it. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, so if you do need some financial advice for your own circumstances, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and speak to your own financial circumstances. Otherwise, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later in another video. See you later. Bye.